Welcome to the series on FSharp, where we're going over concepts to help you get started building FSharp applications. In this video, we're going to be going over what is FSharp and why you should consider it when building your next application. Let's get started. So, what is FSharp? FSharp is an open source, cross-platform programming language that makes it easy to write succinct, performant, robust, and practical code. Let's break that down a little bit. Succinct. In FSharp, you can use features like type inference, which is when the compiler analyzes your code, and based on the values inside of your application, it's able to automatically generalize or infer the data types that you're working with without you having to explicitly define the types. When you pair that with its lightweight syntax and a convenient standard library, you usually end up writing less code. Less code sometimes translates into less development time, and it could also mean code that's easier to read and debug. Performant. As the demands on your application grow, you want to make sure that your application is able to scale to meet those demands. By building on top of the dotNET runtime and using some of the built-in functionality for parallelism and concurrency, you can be confident that your application can scale to handle any workload. Robust. Writing unreliable code can be costly. That's why you need to be able to trust your code. In FSharp, data is immutable by default, which means that it doesn't change throughout the execution of your program. So when you apply transformations to your data, you can be confident that the outputs are reproducible and predictable. For scenarios where you need to handle different behavior within your application, you can use something like pattern matching and leverage the power of the compiler to enforce correctness in your code. With FSharp, you have access to the vast number of libraries and tools to help you write code and debug code so that you can find those errors before your users do. And practical. FSharp is about getting things done. It offers strong support for both functional and object programming. That means that you can use any pattern that helps solve your problem. Spend less time thinking about how you're going to scaffold your applications, how you're going to package them, how you're going to publish them. If you have an idea, you can use FSharp Interactive, the interactive and scripting environment inside of FSharp, to evaluate code in real time, so you can begin prototyping and solving problems. Last but not least, FSharp has a really strong community. And without their support, whether that's building tools, libraries, or just teaching others, FSharp would not be what it is today. So at this point, you may be thinking to yourself, okay, you sold me on FSharp. I want to check it out. What is it that I can build with it? Well, FSharp runs anywhere that dotNET runs. So you can build desktop, mobile, web, or even ship to the edge. You can build AI and machine learning applications. Whatever you could think of, you could probably build it with FSharp. Now, outside of .NET, FSharp is extensible, and if you need your application to run in JavaScript environments, there's a set of libraries that you can use inside of FSharp to turn your FSharp code into JavaScript code. Now that you know about FSharp, what you can build with it, and why you should consider it for your applications, in the next video, we're going to take a look at how you can set up your development environment to start writing some FSharp code. See you then.